Okay, lastly, 1.6, and some recommendations for the homework because you're going to come across things that look strange. 1.6 again starts with definitions, types of studies that people do. Single blind is where the subject doesn't know if they're receiving a treatment. Double blind, which is the most common medical one, is that the subject and the researcher don't know which treatment the subject is receiving. This is to protect everyone. No one can influence the outcome if they don't know what outcome they're trying to influence. Randomized design is each subject is randomly assigned to a treatment. Matched pairs design, these are where the subjects are paired up, usually people with similar histories, biologies, possibly twins, husband and wife live in similar areas, and then they're each given, one's given the treatment and one's not, to see how two people from the same environment responded. Replication, each treatment is applied to more than one subject. Treatment, a combination of the values of the factors. And you're like, what is a factor? A factor is just things you're changing, like treatments, the explanatory variables. And a placebo is when you give a treatment or medication of some kind to someone to make them think they're receiving it, so that it doesn't, if you hand someone a pill and the other people don't get a pill, psychologically that may have an effect on people. So you give them both a pill, just one of them that doesn't do anything, and then it mitigates the psychological effects of a study. Okay, a pharmaceutical company has developed an experimental drug meant to relieve symptoms of the common cold. The company identifies 300 adult males, 25 to 29 years old, who have the common cold and divide them into two groups. Group 1 is given the drug, Group 2 is given a placebo. The proportion of people who still have the cold after 1 week is compared. So what's the response variable? What are we trying to measure? It's the ratio or proportion of men 25 to 29 who still have the cold. What are some of the factors that could affect the response variable? Well, this, obviously the medication, is what they want to measure, but their prior health could also influence how quickly they get over a cold. Their life habits. Somebody who has to work 80 hours a week is probably going to take longer to get over a cold than someone who's not working and can sleep 10 hours a night to help them get over it. I guess prior health covers life habits somewhat. I guess how long they previously had the cold. Some colds are viral, and viruses tend to exit your system in 10 to 14 days, for the most part, if you take care of yourself. And in that case, and if someone came into the study and they already had it for 8 days, they're probably going to be over it by the end of the week, regardless of the medication. So what are the treatments? The drug? How many? It doesn't really say. I'm just going to say 1 week's worth. I'm assuming it's administered at least once a day. What type of experimental design is this? Since they're given a placebo, I have to assume it doesn't say if the doctors know or not. I think they probably do, since it doesn't say. I would guess this is single blind. I would guess the patients don't know. But again, it doesn't say, so I wouldn't know. And who are the subjects? 25 to 29-year-old men with the cold. Let's do one more. An ad for dental white strips claims the strips will whiten teeth in 7 days and the results last 12 months. A researcher who wants to test this claim studies 20 sets of identical twins. Within each set of twins, one is randomly selected to use the white strips while the other twin does not. Whiteness of teeth is measured at the beginning, after a week, and every month for 12 months. What's the response variable? Whiteness of teeth. If you wanted whiteness of people, you could go to the dance floor. What are some of the factors that could affect the response variable? Again, the strips, but also habits. A smoker's teeth are probably going to have more difficulty getting white. A coffee drinker's teeth are more likely to get white. And I would say general health. Your teeth probably reflect your general health, your bone health, but also your natural tooth color. Some people's teeth are not as white as others, and it has nothing to do with the staining. It has more to do with like your bone color. Some bones are more closer to a pale yellow. What are the treatments? White strips. How many are there? Again, nobody knows. 1 week's worth. What type of experimental design is this? They use twins. So when you use twins, that's the pairs design, matched. And then the subjects are sets of twins. That's the last problem for chapter 1, but I do want to talk about something when they ask you for a simple random sample, how you deal with it. So sometimes they'll give you these little cutout tables to create a sample. So how do you get a simple random sample? For example, an accounting firm wants to know about their client's satisfaction with them. They decide to send the survey out to a simple random sample of 5 of its 30 clients. The total number is important. Find a simple random sample of 5 clients. So a simple random sample is going to start wherever they tell you to start. 30 is a 2-digit number. So when you have these random number tables, they say here down here it says it tells you where to start. It says start at the 15th column in the 18th row. So looking at the numbers, you go to the 15th number. The 15th column is here. And the 18th row is down here. Now, because there's 30 clients, you need to make a 2-digit number. You just read left to right until you have a 2-digit number. Here, that number is 86. Is 86 a possible number out of 30 clients? No, so you keep going down. The next one is 38. Neither of those works. Next one, 84. Still doesn't work because we need it below 30. So once you've finished going all the way down, you start at the next one. Now we use the 15th column and the 16th column for these numbers, so we're now going to start at the 17th column, which is up here at the 65. 65 doesn't work because it's not less than 30. 56, 84. Finally, we get to the one that works. 22. 68, 60, 87, 03. So 3 works. 36, 55, 04. 47, 03. We already have a 3, so we don't use it again. 65, 55, 81, 71, 51, 22. 08, we already have a 22, so we can't use that. 64, start up again. 90, 49, 43, 41, 45, 99, 51, finally 7. 68, 71, 88, 91, 89, and then finally 25. You're probably thinking, to get 5 random numbers between 1 and 30, this is a lot of work. But when they ask you to use those tables, I just want you to be prepared for how it happens. So this is all of chapter 1. Like, hey, chapter 1 down. There's only 10 chapters. It's not going to be that long. It's kind of a short chapter. Chapter 2 is actually shorter. But that's all. This is the last video for chapter 1, and there will be more tomorrow. 1 day down.